Did you like my look from yesterday? Then just watch this video because I'm going to show how simple it was to create that look. Before we start, the first step will be obviously applying the primer. So here I am using the Silk, which is our pore and wrinkle minimizer. This is something I will use whether I'm doing my makeup or not. Even as part of my skincare, I like to use Silk because Silk has pore and wrinkle minimizing. Not only that, it gives like a matte finish to the overall look, and it's not sticky at all, and it's a primer that is non-comedogenic. That means it's not going to clog your pores. So as I said, even the days you don't wear it, you can still use Silk, and it has so much of antioxidant benefits to it. So it even helps to control breakouts too. So that's why I always like to start with Silk. Once it's sits for a few minutes. For yesterday's look, what I did is I used CCTM in medium deep, and I used the powder. What I did is I'm going to directly apply the CCTM all over my face, and then I'm going to go over with the powder. That way it's going to give like a more of a matte finish to the whole look. So that's why it's like a one step, but it gives like a flawless finish, I would say. If you already have one of the product, then adding the other one makes a huge difference. So here I'm going to take the powder brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press it along with the CCTM. So this way you can see it creates like a very nice coverage, and at the same time because CCTM has extra moisture in it, so adding powder is going to mattify the whole look. And it's both of them have protection from the sun. They both have for example, our powder has cyanopeptides, and our CCTM has some mechanical equivalent of SPF 15 in them. So that way you can see it's like a very quick, like just less than a minute change, but it's going to give that overall coverage for the whole day. And it is like very simple, like even if you are going out in a jiffy, this going to give you like a quick finish, because the CCTM has built-in green pigments in them, so that's going to correct any redness or unevenness in the skin tone, whereas the powder is going to absorb oils and also sweat throughout the day. So that way you get the benefits. I'm going to first do the brow sense. This is an eyebrow gel that's going to, it's a clear gel, and it's going to help hold the shape, as well as it has ingredient that can help grow the lashes, eyebrows. So I like to coat it really nicely. So I'm making sure I am doing it covering under the roots, and once I do, I will just comb it through. So here have you seen a trend where people used to leave it as it is? I don't know whether I am into that trend, so I like to comb it and just make it to a straight line. Then I can go over with our brow sense, and it makes it easy to fill in the sparse areas. So even if you don't want to fill in your brows, this is like a clear gel. That way it's going to just hold the eyebrows in place. So next I'm going to fill it with our brow sense cream brow gel. Here you can see it comes with the brush already. If you feel like this brush is a little bit bigger, you can always get an angled brush that's more even smaller. So it's up to you. I always use this, but for a beginner, if you feel like you are taking too much product, because with Senegens, always make sure you touch very lightly, because this product is going to have so much and you don't need that much. So the key to doing is always do like a outer line. Can you see? You can, with this you can easily do a precise line. So you can see I just marked my outline. Similar way I'm going to do it on the top. My eyebrows are not, I didn't go for any threading or something for so long. Do you see? That's all it is. Then I can just go and fill in the sparse areas. And I always don't like to leave it as it is. What I like to do is I like to go back and take the comb and just brush it so that it looks so natural. Next is color correction. So I like to use natural tan to color correct all the time. I have taken out the stopper in natural tan. You can see once you take out the stopper, you will have so much product that comes out. So always make sure you take a tiny bit, and then if you want you can always add it. So what this is going to do is it's just going to keep like a clear canvas for the other colors to go. You can do this with your concealer of your choice. You can do candlelight, you can do tiara. There are like so many choices that you can do. I like to do candlelight for my skin tone. So that's the next step. If you don't know, Shadow Sense is our cream to powder shadows. It's again an all day wear eyeshadow. When you apply, it applies as cream. Once it sets, it's going to be more of a powdery consistency, and it doesn't budge, or it's waterproof, and it comes with anti-aging benefits. So for yesterday, I have used garnet in my outer corner. For garnet, again, I took out the stopper. All these are colors that I use so much. You can see the difference when you take out the stopper, you have so much product, versus when you have the stopper, it doesn't bring that much product. That's the reason they have the stopper. But once it reaches to the bottom, if you take the stopper out, you will still have so much product left. So here I'm going to use garnet in my outer corner. So that's what yesterday I did. So I'm going to just apply it in my outer corner, and also I'm going to bring it to my crease. So here, anytime when you work with again a darker shade, take it a little bit at a time and just make sure you blend it. So here I am going to take the same color and blend it well, because if you don't blend it properly, you are going to end up with harsh edges, which you don't want to. You want the color to look like an ombre effect. That's the way you keep blending. So now I have done just one layer. So if you are new and you don't want like a dark, it to look darker, you can stop there. But I want the color to show up a little bit more. So I'm just adding until I get the desired color. So here I'm just blending it, adding and blending at the same time. So anytime when you start with a darker color, make sure you take a little bit at a time. That way it doesn't feel what is it, like cakey, or it doesn't feel streakiness. So you can see the more you blend, the more it's going to look seamless. I have hooded eyes, so I always make sure I take it a little bit above my crease. So I will also going to do the other side, and then let's move to the next color. Next color we are going to use is one of the newest one, the iced coffee shimmer. That's the one we are going to do like the inner corner, and also take it to the all over the lid. Anytime when you work with the shimmers, again take a little bit at a time, and then you can add if you feel like you need to more. You can see this is a very pretty shade, and once I add how much I need, I will also take the brush that I have used for the garnet, and try blending both the colors. So that's always a good practice, to make sure you blend where they meet, so that the color should look as if it's like a cohesive look. So if you feel like you want the color to show up more, always add a little bit more. And this is like such a perfect color, even as a single color. If you want to use as all over the lid, this iced coffee shimmer will work really well. If you have even desert rose, if you have any other pink, you will be able to recreate it similar way. For the brown, you can use rustic brown, you can use burgundy, whatever brown is such a good one to have, because I'm deepening the brown again, just to make it more smoky in the outer corner. So once I added the shimmer, I'm just adding it a little bit on top. Just it makes the color look more what is it, like more smoky at the just at the end of the eyes. So it will just make more tapered look, I would say. That's why I added it a little bit more. The step I never want to miss, I always take the garnet and run on my lower lids. This is one of my favorite step. If you feel like you are moving from beginner to the next level, always make sure you finish a darker shade on the bottom. This will make the whole look what is it, like a little smokier. At the same time, instead of just finishing the top, it will also make look like a finished look. And if you have a smaller eye, don't take all the way, just finish it in the outer corner alone. You can just take it a little bit and just stop it there. My eyes are a little bigger, so I can come all the way because it will close out otherwise. So the next step is taking the wind shimmer. I'm just going to keep it in the inner corner, just a tiny bit, and this will make the eye look as your center. It is like a very small tip, but it makes a huge difference when you do. Like just add any lighter color in the inner corner for the to make the eyes pop. So that's what I did with wind shimmer here. You can pretty much do with any of the golds, or even the gold pencil will work in the same way. So yesterday I just used the black pencil in my waterline, both top and bottom. So here also I'm going to just do that. Similar way, if you have a smaller eye, you can just do it in the outer corner instead of bringing it all the way. These pencils are really creamy, and it doesn't need a lot of effort at all. And if you want to do the top waterline, you can always hold it like this, and when you do this, it's going to make your eyelashes look a little thicker. Even if you're someone who doesn't know to do eyeliner on the top, you can still do this way, because this will make the whole eyelashes look little thicker. Just finished the look. I'm going to curl my lashes and do my non-waterproof mascara for the day. And my lashes naturally doesn't curl, so doing this will help to lift it a bit. It's an optional step anytime, but it just gives more finished um, uh, the lashes will look really nice when you do this. So here I'm using the non-waterproof, and anytime when you do your mascara, don't pump it up and down, because then you are putting more air and making the product dry. So anytime when you want to take more product, always make sure you twist it instead of just pumping it up and down. So here I'm going to do top and bottom. That will help to coat the lashes really well, and it's going to always make look the lashes little longer. So make sure instead of just doing the bottom, you do top and bottom. Do you see? It really helps for even with just one coat. You can see how much the lashes look longer than the normal lashes. So this one I haven't even used what do you say, like the lash primer. if I'm using the lash primer, it's going to look even longer, because the Capixel in these mascaras are helping your lashes grow. It's there in your 3-in-1 primer, it's there in the waterproof and non-waterproof mascaras, and that's the reason it's going to help the lashes grow while you wear them. So that's like a biggest plus. Do you see the difference between my normal lashes to here? It gives so much volume and also it makes it look longer. So here I'm going to use the same sheer berry I used yesterday. So I'm going to do 3 layers and seal it with glossy. So here is the finished look of sheer berry with glossy gloss on me. The fun fact is sheer berry was my top seller for my first year because I think there is an equivalent color from the competitor brand, and when people move to Senegen's Lipson's, that's a color people always used to ask, that they used to say this is the color I want to wear for office. So I sold so many sheer berries in my first year, and it's from Permanent Collection, so you can always grab it. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. So it's a very simple. For face I just used CCTM and medium powder, and for eyes you can basically use any color, like you can use any darker shade and one lighter shade for your eyes to open. You can see being a hooded eye, by using a lighter shade in my inner corner, it makes as if my it hides my hood a bit. So that's the reason we used darker shades on the outer corner and lighter shades on the inner corner. And I just used eyebrow sense, the basic mascara, pencil, those are basics, and then I used the same color as my blush, and I used sheer berry for my lips and look. So that's it. Hope you liked it. If you recreate, please do share pictures with us.